If you'd asked me what I wanted to be when I grew up in kindergarten, it was a Spice Girl. Brooklyn Beckham posted a 6-slide Instagram story kind of out of nowhere, and that's part of the reason it was so shocking. This is the most miserable looking girl that's ever existed. The face is, I mean, I'm not a body language expert, but this is pretty bad. Social media has allowed us to not only get behind the curtain, but be in the dressing room. This story is sad, but you can understand why people would be fascinated by it at the same time. Peltz Beckham Wedding Chaos, Part 12. I think the reason that this has so captured the attention of the public, I mean, number one, it came out of nowhere.
Guys, right in front of you, Brooklyn, straight ahead!
The family feud that made overnight headlines across the world.
We're going to turn now to one of the most famous families in the world.
Brooklyn Beckham is breaking his silence about a family feud surrounding his wife.
He's calling his parents, David and Victoria, controlling.
When Brooklyn released this bombshell Instagram story post, I was all in because everyone else was all in. Literally, there is not one person who is not talking about this in their group chats.
Brooklyn Beckham goes on Instagram and posts 6 pages worth of anger and hurt, blasting his parents.
He has really just shattered what we thought was his happy home life with his family. And it begs the question, why?
They're trashing each other in the press.
Brooklyn airing a list of grievances.
He says that his parents have repeatedly tried to ruin his relationship with his wife, Nicola, and that his mom humiliated him at his wedding by dancing inappropriately with him.
I'll tell you another way to go is to hell. And that's what Brooklyn Beckham is telling his mum and dad.
He's gone nuclear, all right? Prince Harry 2.0.
Absolutely explosive Instagram story posts.
This might be the only way he gets to have his voice in the conversation.
But what the heck actually happened in this dance?
I know she is mortified. Victoria Beckham did not see that in her future, that she was going to be an AI meme, dancing all kinds of ways.
People have gone crazy, and it has been wildly entertaining to everyone with a cell phone or access to Instagram.
Is the Beckham's brand ruined? Can they come back from this?
Are we ready?
I need one more thing, and that's the sound of silence. Actually, I just need room tone for my editor.
Okay.
Nice and quiet. We need it for 10 minutes. I hope that's
It's so interesting because when I heard about this rupture in their family, I remembered that I sat down with Victoria and David 20 plus years ago when they were just getting started.
How do you explain this obsession with the two of you?
I don't know. I think that people like the fact that we really spend a lot of time as a family unit. You know, our 2 children are the most important things to us. And we're often photographed with the kids. You know, I'm a real hands-on mum, David's a real hands-on dad. And I think people can relate to that, you know.
I never would have expected that they would be in the tabloids for a family drama.
Let's take a look at Brooklyn's statement. When I first saw this, I was like, wow, this is really long. But you know, this is Brooklyn Beckham in his own words. He writes, I have been silent for years and made every effort to keep these matters private.
Unfortunately, my parents and their team have continued to go to the press,
leaving me with no choice but to speak for myself and tell the truth about only some of the lies that have been printed.
My parents have been trying endlessly to ruin my relationship since before my wedding, and it hasn't stopped.
Recently, I've seen with my own eyes the lengths that they'll go through to place countless lies in the media.
Okay, so Nicola Peltz is known as much for her image and who she dates and who her parents are, but she is an actress.
On paper, this does seem like, you know, a perfect merge of 2 dynasties, the Beckhams, the Peltzes, but that is not how it played out at all.
Guys, right in front of you, Brooklyn!
Brooklyn Beckham was born into a world of privilege. His parents are 2 of the most famous people on this earth, right? He didn't choose that, but with that comes privilege, whether you want it or not.
I interviewed him in 2003. My interview was to kind of introduce him to the ESPN audience.
You have to be knocked down to get back up again, and that's when people start respecting you.
My interest in David Beckham was basically filtered through his marriage to Victoria.
When you create this whole world and infrastructure around yourselves as a couple, when you have children, they inherit that and are born into it and have to live up to it. They are part now of their parents' narrative, which, for better or worse, it's not a choice that they made, but also they're benefiting from it because they're living this fabulous life because of the family name.
Sources have told People magazine that David Beckham and Victoria Beckham, as a unit, have tried their best to fix things with Brooklyn and Nicola. They have reached out multiple times, and Brooklyn and Nicola are having none of it. They have blocked them. They have issued cease and desist letters.
This is all speculation, but it definitely seems like the wedding was this ground zero moment where everything imploded.
If you're Nicola Peltz, there's one thing that going into this wedding is really freaking you out. And she told, I think it was British Vogue, do you know what it was? She said, I'm really terrified of the first dance.
I'm great at dancing. I'm not nervous about that.
I'm terrified for the first
Absolutely
dance.
not.
I can't dance.
I need to kill that.
In his Instagram story, Brooklyn wrote, "My mom hijacked my first dance with my wife, which had been planned weeks in advance to a romantic love song. In front of our 500 wedding guests, Mark Anthony called me to the stage, where in the schedule was planned to be my romantic dance with my wife, but instead my mom was waiting to dance with me. She danced very inappropriately on me in front of everyone. I've never felt more uncomfortable or humiliated in my entire life."
And three little letters come to mind. WTF.
Now, obviously, this is the statement that caught me because one, what is inappropriate dancing? I'm thinking twerking, I'm thinking grinding. And who would do that on their son at their wedding day?
So anybody's sort of been wondering what actually took place. So finally, we have an eyewitness to share what he saw took place, and that's the DJ, Fat Tony.
Why I'm here is to talk about the word inappropriate, what we deem inappropriate. There was no Spice Girl action. What it was the word inappropriate. Why I said it was inappropriate as well was because at the time it was the timing, and the whole situation was really awkward for everyone in the room.
And for much more on this story, including Fat Tony's play-by-play account of those awkward moments on the dance floor, watch Impact by Nightline. End It Like Beckham, now streaming on Hulu and Disney+.